There's a vision in your head. You want to make that vision closer, more obvious to you. Now, once you have that vision obvious to you, now you go, well, what am I doing? If I'm owning multi-units, then why don't I think about what I'm investing in today to educate me in being able to be a multi-unit investor of a much larger unit in 5 to 10 years?
I am Christina Suter, and this is the Real Estate Breakthrough Show, where we talk about the reality of real estate, the mindset you need in order to face the reality of what it is, and tips and tricks to get you moving forward in investing. I am your host, Christina Suter.
So what I want to talk about today is invest towards the vision in your head. What do I mean about that? By that, invest towards the vision in your head. I actually don't need this, so I'm going to take it out. Invest towards the vision in your head means that you have a vision in your head, and why not use the investing you're doing now to direct you right towards it? And let me give you a couple examples of what I mean by that. First and foremost, the vision in your head is the thing that you think about when you get up in the middle of the night and you're like, yes, I so want to buy that something piece of real estate. And you feel that passion that's invested in you, that you feel that's driving you forward. That vision in your head that you have of either who you're going to be or the lifestyle you're eventually going to live. 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 5 years from now, you have a vision in your head that projects out a number of years. And in that vision, you see yourself doing something, going to the beach, going to your investment property, going to your daughter's school, going somewhere where you have the vision of you feeling successful and settled, or enlivened and on purpose, or living your integrity and being in grace. There's a vision in your head of what you see in your future. Write that vision down. It's very simple. Write it down. You can write it down as a story. I get out of bed in the morning and I'm X, Y, and Z. You can write it down as a circular map. You in the center. I've got this, I've got that. I'm going to my daughter's school. I'm solid as a mother. I have solid real estate investments that's bringing me cash flow. You can write that, you can draw it as a picture. You can create a mind map, which is the circles, or you can create a vision board. But there's a vision in your head. You want to make that vision closer, more obvious to you. Now, once you have that vision obvious to you, now you go, well, what am I doing? If I'm owning multi-units, then why don't I think about what I'm investing in today to educate me in being able to be a multi-unit investor of a much larger unit in 5 to 10 years? If I see myself being a syndicator that's running a fund doing multi-units, again, I can invest in multi-units today and start learning to raise other people's money while I'm doing that. I can start taking courses today to educate myself in what I see myself doing in the future. Okay, maybe you don't see yourself having other people's money. Maybe you see yourself owning storage units. So you could invest in a syndication today that involves storage units and get to observe what the financials of storage units look like, so that someday when you have enough money or the time or the experience where that's your reality, you've actually educated yourself along the way while using your investments as a way of getting real world experience to get there. The real estate field is so big. There are so many places that you can invest in. There's so many ways that you can play that there is no reason to invest in something just because it gives you a return. There's no reason to invest in something just because it's the one being offered to you right now. Those reasons are not valid reasons to invest. And yes, I'm actually saying this intentionally. If you wait and if you cultivate, you will be able to find today, this year, things that move forward your education and your experience level so that you have the relationship with your portfolio you want to have 5 to 10 years from now. Now, you might want to go back through my videos and find that I covered at one point, I covered how do you identify your North Star? How do you identify what that vision in your head is and calculate from where you are now to where you want to go to do that calculation so you have your earning goal. Use that video in relationship to this video, which talks about the vision in your head and using today's investments, today's choices, today's job in real estate to take you there. If you want to be a flipper, you can start with being a wholesaler. If you want to be a multi-unit, you can get a job at a property management company. If you want to be able to own storage units, you can work as a handyman at a storage unit complex. Even if you're starting with no money, that's not an excuse to not educate yourself now for exactly who you want to be in the future. Invest your money and your time and your education in being able to fulfill the vision in your head, because that vision in your head, absolutely, I can assure you, isn't just about hanging out on the beach. In that vision is what you feel you own or what you're participating in your investment world. So write the vision down, do the vision board, be engaged in your future self, and start feeding that future self today. My name is Christina Suter. Thank you so much for listening to this. Find me on christinasuter.com, as well as Phoebe Pasadena YouTube, as well as iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, and even Roku TV.